Hey everyone, welcome to Running Retro. So this is part 7 of our Rondo Blood 100% tutorial, and this is Alt Stage 4 and Alt Stage 5. So this is the end of the run. Congratulations if you've made it this far. Don't have much farther to go. And arguably, one of the most fun little sections into one of the worst little sections of the game. So take that for what you will. So Alt Stage 4 has a last trick in it. Let's get this thing started. Alright. So we are going to collect our last maiden here, and we are going to do our last clip. There are only really 3 clips in the game. There's the clip in 3 and 4, and then Alt 4. And it will save us a bunch of time, and it's actually really easy if you know how to do it. It's just a matter of finding your setup for it. So it's not bad. This first screen, there's not too much to like teach about this. It's more figuring out what you feel your movement is like through it, and just keeping a very steady flow through the stage with as many rolls, like full roll animations, as you can get. That's about the only real advice to give. Watch my pattern and you'll sort of see an idea of where to start. This is something that I'm working on as well. Like I change my movement through here subtly from time to time, but basically you're just gonna roll once there, jump off, jump, attack, jump. So that's all fine and dandy. This is the part that you can kill the frog coming up here, or you can jump over him like I do. If you mess up, you get hit usually twice, which stinks. But you're gonna take an intentional death coming up, so damage doesn't matter too much here. But what I like to do is just walk forward, jump over the frog, jump there, roll off, jump out of the roll, and then roll into the door. That's what I found to be the best. Again, if you just play with that section, you can find your own movement through it, and I don't think that there's a ton of time to be saved or lost there. And then the more you do it, the more you'll get a feel for it, and get a feel for the enemy movement, because those frogs can be a little bit random. There can be some odd situations where a frog will actually be below one of the platforms and rise up and then get you, and you can't really dodge it. You can, but it's really difficult and unlikely to happen from my experience. So that's one of those things of, it just takes seeing the patterns and experiencing the patterns, and you'll get it. But you're not going to make or break a run in there unless you die, unless you like fall in the water or fall in a pit, right? So as long as you're not dying and you're getting hit by maybe only once, you're fine. And as you go through it more and more, you'll stop getting hit. It's not that hard. Here, this is where the interesting part comes. So, we're going to roll off, jump, double jump, and roll. Now, this is where the clip comes. You see this under Maria's feet here. Look at Maria's left foot. You need to get a pixel-perfect stance on this, duck, and throw a dove, and you will clip through this bridge. This is the, was it 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, the 6th log from the left is the one that you're going to clip through. So what I do is I like to roll there. Let's get rid of that. And you're somewhat close. Now notice when you get here that log is sort of stationary, so you can kind of tell where it is. But counting off of my left foot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and where you need her foot is right there. So see how her foot is like lined up with that. Sorry, it's like this. Her left foot turned out, her heel is on the very top pixel that's kind of flat there, and it sort of bisects the middle of the log perfectly. That's the pixel you need to be on. So you're looking for her left heel to basically be directly in the center of the log, and if you lean and throw a dove, you will clip through the bridge. I can't get back up. I'll show it to you again, but that is where you need to be. That is the magic pixel, where her left heel is like right in the middle of the log. So come down these stairs, jump forward, roll to the end, double jump there, roll to the end, double jump there. If you do it properly, you won't land and fall, and this will be your last maiden. So you'll have your cutscene, you'll come out here, and you'll immediately roll to your death. The fish can be very trolly there, and the mermen can be very trolly. They can lift their head up and hit you onto that platform. It's just luck of the draw. Like, it's not worth your time to pay attention to what the mermen are doing. Just get out of the cutscene and roll to your doom. Like, that's all you need to do. And I'll show all of that again. So we'll come here, jump, roll here, see right there on the edge, boom, done. Roll to the end, roll to the end, double jump, and I was a little bit early on my double jump, but it doesn't really matter. Get your maiden cutscene, roll to your doom. One more time, roll there, walk down, get in the middle. And again, you can figure out your own visual cue for that. It's just that is the pixel, and that's the easiest way I've found to be able to recognize it. We'll do it one more time. We'll get our game over, but it won't hurt because it can be kind of hard. There it is. Yep. And there's 4 examples of what it looks like. You will have to come in here and roll to the end to get the maiden. And that's that. Alright, and now we'll go through the beginning section again here so you can see that just sort of more naturally. And that's how I like to do it. Alright, so then normally you would come here, you would do the clip, you would get the maiden, and then you would show up right here. See that log on the left-hand side of the screen? We're going to catch a ride on that log before it goes off the waterfall. If that log goes off screen and you are not standing on top of it, this is a death. So just be aware of that. You've got some window, but you want to make sure that you're right in line with it. This is a timed section, so it doesn't really matter how you deal with the enemies coming at you. And the pattern depends on how fast you kill them. So I like to kill them as quickly as I possibly can, and I basically get the same pattern every time. Or very close. So there are always going to be 2 birds here at the beginning, and then skeletons will start popping with spears. You throw a dove at the right time. Like, realistically, you could just throw a dove on the jump up, and a dove on the jump down, and you'll be fine. This section is not hard as long as you keep the damage flowing. Like, that's all you need. You just don't want the skellies to get close to you. You're looking for a bird to fly onto the right-hand side of the screen with a sign in its claws. And when you see that, you're going to jump to the right. So you see there how the bird has the sign? Jump to the right, and you're going to be fine. And you'll land. Done. That's it. That's all I look for. That's all you're doing. You're just rolling down there until you see that bird. here, you roll and jump off there, land in front of death, and let him start moving you. When you can move, when Maria is underneath this stalagmite, stalactite? I always get the two mixed up. I think it's stalagmite, right? No, stalactite, because it hangs tight. Right. Yeah, stalactite. So when you're underneath this stalactite, you can jump to the platform. So there we are, and there we go. We can make it here. Through this little section, I like rolling through this part, but I don't have any movement through here that I like a lot. So you're gonna jump there and jump over to this section. So however you want to get there is up to you. And then you're going to wait until you see the bats on the right hand side of the screen. They'll be coming in that side at this point. Like that. Yep. And you're going to get this crucifix. Oops, I jumped too early. I'm going to just go back through this because it's really hard to describe it without actually seeing it in the flow of things. Okay. Wait till you see the bats, get the crucifix, jump up here, stand underneath the candle, and get the key. It's really important that you throw a dove while you're underneath the candle. If you miss this, you need to take a death and go back. This key is absolutely important. You have to have it. If these bats spawn in and they're lower than they are right now, then just kill them with a couple doves and move on. Otherwise, jump, throw the key, and stand in front of the door. So when you have the key, if you throw the dove while you're standing directly in front of the door making physical contact with it, you'll open the door. You'll also open the door when the key makes contact with your body again later. I find it to be the fastest to double jump, throw the key, and land in front of the door at the same time as I catch the key. My timing was a little bit off there, but with a little practice, it's not that hard. Sometimes the bat spawns can make it a little bit awkward, but I don't think it's any slower pretty much at any time than waiting and using the key when you touch the door. For this room, all we're going to do is roll through it. Now, what I'm doing here is I wait for the face to get all the way to the top of the screen, and when the final piece of skull or the final piece of porcelain falls off and fully reveals the skull, and this, like, I try to jump right when the screen flashes and then do a guardian knuckle at the just past the peak of my double jump. So I have trouble with this one. This one is not easy. Like that. Then double jump, throw 2 doves, and that'll take care of the skull. You want that much health on screen. Now what you're going to do is it's going to be a second before Camilla here can actually be damaged. Or I think this is Lilith is actually the succubus here. So you're going to throw a dove and turn around, and then just keep doves in her hitbox and pay attention to where she's jumping, and just basically keep a damage box in her hitbox at all times, and you'll take care of her with no problem. So you'll hit her, she'll flip back, you'll hit her twice more, she'll become invulnerable, she'll jump over you. If you throw a dove when she jumps over to you, it'll hit her when she lands, and that's about the fastest kill you can get. And that's all you have to do for her. Pick up your orb, call it a day. Now we're on to the real bear. Stage 5 alt. So you're going to get a lot of RNG in this stage, and this stage is going to drive you insane. FYI. Practice this one a lot, and you can get very consistent at it. But the greatest amount of RNG is right here at the very beginning, and it is miserable sometimes. Depending on where those mermen jump up, it can make it impossible to do your movement through this section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to very quickly take a game over now that I've said this, and we'll pick this up with a fresh start here. But let's see. So let's see if I can just do this. So normally you would jump here, roll. I'm just going to show you what I would do, so we've seen it, and then try and explain how to do it in a moment. So just watch this, and as I said, like, you can get that. In a way, it's really good that that's happening, because that was mostly out of my control. Practice all of this with a fresh save state, or practice it from a game over, because I have found that the RNG shifts a little bit, in my opinion, if you don't start this from a game over. So here we'll go through Alt 5. So you're going to start by ducking and holding down roll on your turbo. Go off there, roll off there, jump, hit that, and right before you're about to hit the water, jump again. Here you're going to, I don't know why that unpaused. You're going to roll one time and jump up to the next platform. So roll, jump, and then you're going to turbo roll all the way through here. Hit him, jump down. He won't hit you if you stand on the right-hand side. Double jump there. You can kill that guy with just throwing a bunch of doves. Double jump there, and that takes you out. So let's do that again. Let's take a death, and I'll show you again, just so you can see it. Jump, throw right when you are about to touch the water, or jump rather right when you're about to touch the water. You want to throw at the lowest point you can. You will sometimes get trolled by a merman there. Like, at any point in this stage, you are very likely to get trolled. You actually, I would miss that one, but it's kind of funny. Do it again. Mermen are being nice to me. So you're throwing that dove pretty much at the lowest point that you possibly can, and I use the water splash to time my jump. You can roll once, and then you hit that guy. That guy's not too bad. Just throw a bunch of doves and just keep the pressure on him, and he's not bad. And then you're out. So that's the first section here. So that's what can happen if you get bad RNG. I'm glad that happened. Okay. So, that said, let's do it cleanly now. Hopefully we get good enough RNG to do it cleanly, but, you know, it's Alt 5. You never know what Alt 5 is going to give you. And that's the thing. Like, Alt 5 is just one of those that, however good you get at it, it's going to eat runs. So, if that's something that really bothers you, this might not be the game for you. I'm sorry that conversation comes up at the very end, but there it is. Okay, here, I do a different movement than a lot of people, but what I do is double jump over this spear guy, roll, jump, roll, and go there. Walk to the edge of the platform and double jump there. Get to the edge of that platform and double jump. That's how I get through this room. We'll do it again. What a jerk. We'll do it again. Okay. Roll, jump, roll, 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 jump, walk forward, kill that Medusa head. Like that. You're gonna walk down those stairs, and the moment you see the screen transition, try to jump. Just try to get your jump right here. And then you're going to turbo roll down here until after the third one. Until after the third rotating floor piece. And jump once. Jump once. Roll. Jump. Jump. Double jump. Double jump. Jump. And roll out. So that looks complicated, but if you do that, you will not get hit every time. You're actually spawning the bats in places where they won't hit you. You have to delay your double jump a couple times, but if you just follow that movement, you'll get the practice you need. And if you die, it'll take you back to the previous section with the spearmen and the Medusa heads. So you'll get a lot of practice through those two rooms. Then if you game over, you get more practice in the first section. All of this is actually a good thing, because when you get here in a run, you're at the end of your run, and you want it to be as clean as you can possibly get it. And that is a really good way. So if you just keep practicing these individual sections, you're going to be a lot happier with your runs. You're going to have to deal with RNG a lot less. But Stage 5 Alt is the final stage, and it's one of the biggest run killers. So the more you practice 5 Alt, the more runs you're going to complete. It's worth every moment you spend here. Love it or hate it, it's worth all the time you can put in to practice this. For this, we're just going to roll continually until we see the Axe Knight. When we see him, we're going to walk up to him, and we're going to jump once. And we're going to get hit. I don't know if I've ever actually gotten hit on him. Huh. Like that. That's usually what happens. He usually ducks and throws. But anyway, if you time that correctly, you can just jump once and he'll stop. I guess I had to be a little bit closer to him. If you have taken a bunch of damage, there is food here. So just be aware. This guy, just walk and jump over him. Jump twice and kill that crow. You really need to. This guy, the Axe Knight on my left here, you want to walk forward towards him until he throws an axe and then jump over him. If he gets like that close to this, there we go. If he gets like that close to this Spear Knight, he will stop. So if it seems like he is walking forever in that direction, it's okay. It's fine. He will stop and give you enough space to jump over him between him and the Spear Knight. Spear Knight, just double jump over. Red Knight, double jump over, double jump once, and then just roll to the end. And that, right there, the moment you touch that door, your run is complete. That's the end time. Reset. Pop through this. If you're recording it, you want to submit a run, then go through this, pull up your menu again, and show your 100%, and then you can submit your run. So we'll go through Alt 5 one more time though, because that stage is an absolute beast. And it is one of those things that's worth seeing, and then I didn't really do it properly, so let's do it properly. Of course, we got really nasty RNG there. We got really nasty RNG again. Alright, let's do Stage 5 Alt again, but let's start from a game over. So we can actually get a reasonable start here. And this is what I mean, like, this will happen to you in runs. I'm being stubborn to show optimal, but you know, if it happens in a run, you're just gonna have to deal with this and not die. My inclination most of these times is to lose the run. That's a bad thing for the record. Don't lose your runs to Alt 5. So that is the troll fish that can happen from time to time. Alright. Okay. And roll out the door. Walk to the edge, jump, jump, jump this, give it a solid roll to the end. Roll. And there we go. Get that through. All right. There we go. That's the individual jump I was talking about there. So, yeah. All right. Ah! Well, that was an ugly section, and it was still fine because I followed through with what I was talking about. But yeah, there you go. And that is how you do 100% in Rondo of Blood. If you want to get like a sub 40 time or 40 minutes, this will get you there. I know a lot of that is just sort of following a pattern, but I mean, the interesting thing is not just following the pattern all the way through, but more just trying to understand the pattern you would like to see, and then the experience is greatly adjusting when something goes sideways. So there you go, guys. I hope this was helpful. And if you have any feedback you'd like to leave, then please leave it. Let me know if I need to redo something, then I will gladly go back and redo it. But I hope this helps people get their Rondo 100%. So thanks for watching.